My love, in this super short tutorial, I'm gonna show you how you can locate your perfect fit clients on LinkedIn. So here's our plan. We're gonna open up 5 profiles of your avatar, then we're gonna create a Boolean search together, and in just a second, you're gonna know what that means. And then we're gonna run the search in Sales Navigator and apply additional filters to actually get your ideal clients in the results. Now, you might be thinking, why should I listen to this girl? Our very first paid school member, Sharon, actually closed a $15,000 client from LinkedIn, organic, just 10 weeks into the bootcamp. And Nicholas got his first inbound lead on LinkedIn just 5 days into the bootcamp by simply sending a GIF and saying, "So great to connect with you, Josh." As you can see here, no spammy sales pitches required. And then Josh said, "I'd love to learn more about what you do as it sounds really intriguing." So let me show you exactly how Sharon and Nicholas found their clients on LinkedIn. So let's get back to our plan. What I want you to do right now is open up 5 profiles of your ideal clients on LinkedIn. So there's going to be existing customers, past customers, or your prospects, like people you would love to work with. All I want you to do is open them up on LinkedIn. I actually did this exercise during a LinkedIn live stream and someone gave me Joey as their avatar, so we're gonna stick to that. And our goal right now is gonna be to find more people like Joey on LinkedIn. So again, if Joey is your avatar, you're like, this is my existing customer or my prospect, I would love to find more people like that on LinkedIn. This is exactly what you would do. So what you want to actually do is, let's just zoom in a little bit. You want to find all of the keywords that Joey uses to describe himself on LinkedIn. For example, he's saying, former VC turned wedding venue owner. So his past was being a VC, though if you're trying to find more people who are wedding venue owners, this is probably a right keyword to use. So all you're gonna do is copy that, and let's just click this and paste this back into our Word doc here. So wedding venue owner, so we have that. Now we're gonna continue reading. So he says, I used to work in a startup venture capital space. Great, but that's his past life. And unless you're looking to find more startups, you're not gonna really use these keywords to find more people like Joey. Then he said, after helping other people raise money, start my own, wife, modern wedding, maybe. So modern wedding. So we already had wedding as a keyword, but let's just take modern wedding as a potential one. Event venue. So here's another way Joey is describing kind of himself and what he does, right? So I'm gonna put that in event venue, Austin, Texas, for our wedding, result, renovated, venture capital, this is all his past, Oracle, university, beautiful, invested, raised money, golf, watching football. So again, there's a lot of from his past life, and unless you're trying to find people like that, you're not gonna take those keywords. I want to find other keywords or ways that Joey is describing himself right now. So, event, I think we had the event as a keyword. If not, we have event venue, so that's a keyword, beautiful. Group, owner, so he calls himself an owner, beautiful. And I'm gonna put that as a keyword, so owner. Then we have co-founder, so I'm gonna take that, so co-founder as a keyword. Now, operator, wedding event venue, East Austin, Texas, founder. So this is like the venture space. So in this instance, yes, I can take a look at his past experiences as well, but if they're not relevant to basically being a wedding venue, which in this instance, we're trying to find more wedding venues and event venues in the world, we can take a look at the education. Doesn't look like connected with weddings. And then we could take a look at skills, if there's anything that he would say around weddings. So ChatGPT, all of these are extremely marketing, sales, super broad. I would not really be using them because every other person and their dog will be using teamwork on their profile. So that is not specific enough. So right now I have one person I'm looking at. So this is Joey. So this is why you actually want to bring up at least 5 profiles, because some profiles are going to be more complete than others. So for example, if Joey has spent his entire life in the wedding space, there might be other keywords we could pull, but right now, this is pretty much it. So what I would do from this point onwards is actually we're going to create a Boolean search. I'm going to create it based on the information we have, though again, highly recommend actually doing at least looking at 5 profiles to get more keywords from which we can create the search. So what I'm going to do right now is take these keywords to actually create a Boolean search to find more people like Joey. And by the way, if you have never heard of Boolean searches before, if you don't know these operators I'm currently using to craft it, I can link a video. I have a YouTube video on this, a step-by-step one on how Boolean operators work on LinkedIn. I'm gonna link it somewhere in the comments for you, though ultimately I am creating a search that's gonna help me find more people like Joey. So first of all, the way he called himself was co-founder and owner. So if I looked at more profiles, probably I would see something like founder as well. So not just necessarily co-founder, but also founder, or I would say CEO of a wedding venue. So, or, business owner. And again, right now I'm kind of making them up, but typically these keywords are going to come from looking at 5 profiles, and there's going to be, these are basically different ways of how one would describe that they are the owner, co-founder of a company, right? And then what I'm going to do is have an and operator, and I'm going to say, okay, so I want you to be a business owner, and I want you to be focusing on venues, or like basically be running venues. So now I'm going to be using wedding venue as my first keyword. Wedding venue, and I'm gonna put this in quotes because it is 2 words, and again, it's a Boolean operator thing. I'm gonna give you a video for that. Wedding venue, or I would say event venue, and again, I'm gonna be making this up, but I would just say like event space. I actually, side note, studied events management, wanted to be a wedding planner, so I'm kind of like doing maybe informed guesses of how these places call themselves. So wedding venue, event space, destination. I'll say or destination wedding. And Vendy cannot spell for life. So this is kind of a rough Boolean search that we have created. And again, when you actually do this for 5 profiles, it's going to be purely based on the keywords that you see someone using to describe themselves on LinkedIn. So this is our search right now. And what we're going to do, step number 3, we're going to run it in Sales Navigator and apply additional filters. Now, you might be thinking, well, do I need Sales Navigator, Vendy? Can I not just run this in a free search bar, which is if we go to LinkedIn? This is, let's zoom out. This is the free search. And let's try it. So I have a sense that this is not going to work, and I'm going to tell you why in a second, but let's just see. So here we go. No results found. And this is not because the search is wrong, it's because LinkedIn wants you to invest in Sales Navigator. So it does allow you to run searches, but they have to be a lot shorter. So for example, if I wanted this to work, I might have to, I'm going to paste it here. I might just have to make it a lot shorter, something like this. We could get away with, probably. Okay, something like this might work. So now, if I run this, we should be getting some results. Again, if you actually knew how to get very creative with Boolean operators, you would not need Sales Navigator, and hence LinkedIn doesn't allow you to be like, honestly, I could run the longest Boolean searches, I would never need Sales Nav, but it doesn't let you. So as you can already see here, we have event venue owner, wedding venue consultant owner, wedding venue. So this is interesting, right? We don't have, it's a wedding venue consultant, not an owner. Okay, wedding venue consultant, again, wedding planning app, bespoke venue stylist. So what is actually happening is that I think some of these people are not our ideal clients. So let me actually show you what I would do in this instance. And then we're going to go to Sales Nav. Though ultimately, what we're, again, right now doing is taking millions of profiles that LinkedIn has. And this is basically the biggest advantage of LinkedIn. You have access to millions of profiles. Your ideal clients included in the search. You need to craft a search that will only show your ideal clients in results. So from millions to like down to thousands and hundreds. So right now, let's say we have 2,600. However, let's just say you're like, well, I was looking for a venue. So why am I getting someone who is not a venue back? Because this person, Sophie, is also saying that she's a wedding venue consultant. So these keywords, right? This is why she's coming up. It is Boolean operators are basically scanning the entire profile to see, is this person using these keywords? And we said wedding venue and like an owner or business owner. So now what we might need to do, so if I just scan here, it is definitely more of a consultant. So this does not look like a actual venue. So then now what you want to do, if you're seeing your non-ideal clients in the results, you want to basically see like, how are they describing themselves? Like, you need to understand why are they coming back, which you did, because I'm like, she uses wedding venue as well. And then how can I exclude them? So it looks like the word consultant might be the one we need to exclude so that I'm not getting people like that in results. For example, let's just stick to the small search. So I'm going to say not consultant. And that, when you do a not operator, is going to exclude all profiles that have consultant on them, or in theory it should. I want to say that not operator is the most buggy on LinkedIn. So sometimes it does not work. So we shall see what happens if I say not consultant. I'm pretty sure the girlie literally just forgot her name. I think she disappeared with some other people who said they are consultants. But now you're like, venue stylist. I'm like, that's not a venue owner. So now there's 2 things. Again, what I would do is say not consultant or stylist. And basically, I would keep on adding the nots to remove the people I don't like. Or I might say, from this process, what I'm learning is that maybe I have to actually impose that these 3 keywords have to be together. So I might need, so as the person had actually originally, wedding venue owner must be in one place. So I'm gonna maybe actually change my search to be more specific. Like when I do quotes, it imposes that those keywords must be together in that very order. Okay, so wedding venue owner or event venue owner. I'm actually curious to see what happens when we just run that. Okay, so 323. Event venue owner, wedding and event venue owner, certified master wedding planner, and event venue owner. Okay, this is looking more legit. Corporate lawyer, long retired, now running a boutique wedding business from. Looks kind of interesting, but I would open this up again. So wedding business from, is this a venue ever after? Venue, yeah, wedding venue owner. Okay, so this looks more legit. So what you're basically doing is taking millions of profiles on LinkedIn and then creating a search that will only show your avatar in the results. And sometimes you do have to play around with it over and over and over again to get to the point where you're like, you know what, like 80%, 90% of these people in the results are my avatar. So I want to now save this search and start connecting with them. So let's run our search in Sales Navigator and apply additional filters. Now, I think, I'm actually curious. I actually want to go ahead and take this broader search and see what happens. So right now I'm going to click to, you guys are not going to see this. So I need to move myself lower down. So I'm going to click Sales Navigator right now. And I'm going to put this search in there. So I don't need updates. I'm going to click run the search and let's see. So again, 320 results. We're being very specific. Now again, chances are there's other ways a wedding or an event venue describes themselves. So we are kind of limiting this because we have a little bit more profiles. Though I'd much rather to at the beginning be very niche and like targeted than like have a broad search. So what we're gonna do right now is click see all filters. So right now, 320 results. The first filter, I always apply. And this is gonna be a stark difference. So even though we have 320 results on LinkedIn, this is a filter that, in my opinion, Sales Navigator is worth paying money for. You can see who has posted on LinkedIn in the last 90 days, I believe. So last 90 days, okay? And you just saw that our search went from 300-ish people to 21. So there's actually 21 event and venue, wedding and venue owners that are active on LinkedIn, which means you don't want to be connecting with all the people who actually sign into LinkedIn like once a year over Christmas. You want to be connecting and reaching out to the people who are active here. And as you can see that most people were not. I want to give a caveat to this filter. A big caveat here is that some people on LinkedIn, actually many people on LinkedIn, do not post, but they lurk and engage with other people. Unfortunately, we do not have that filter available for us. So I typically use this to be like, okay, I know these people are for sure active and someone I would engage with. Because let's just actually go back to our search over here. So if I open up, let's just open up a couple of people. I open up Antonia, and what you can see here is that, well, the profile is actually quite incomplete. And there is some activity. So if you see literally zero activity here, like definitely do not connect with them because they do not use LinkedIn. But also like this activity like a month ago, congrats Shane, I am like not convinced that Antonia is actually using LinkedIn all that much. So I don't want to waste my connection invite on her because if you're in Sales Navigator, if you're paying for it, you only have 200 invites a week. So I want to send my 200 invites to people who are definitely using LinkedIn, not just like maybe using it. So maybe we can just open up, we already know, I think Joey's active. Let's maybe open up this person and this person, because I want to show the difference. So when someone is, again, this is not a law, but at least I can see that there is some activity. So if you are not paying for Sales Nav, you can do this basically person by person. So you would be going through this entire list, 300 people, and you would open people up one by one by one. And then you will look at their activity section and see if they're actually active or not. And if they are not, you're not going to connect with them. Okay. And again, something like, okay, a week ago, I don't know, I kind of want more activity. This person has not even posted yet. So we don't want to connect with Lindsay because again, she's not going to be in CS. She has not been active for the last 90 days. So you would have to open everyone up one by one to be like, is this person actually actively using LinkedIn? So hasn't posted yet. Now, this is making sense because what we saw in, when we applied this filter, right, is that it went from 300 to 20-ish. And again, I only really want you to focus on the people who are actually active here. That's why this search is golden, especially, like in this instance, yes, we had DMs everywhere. We had 300 people. So can you manually go through them? Yes. But chances are that your search is going to end up being a little larger. So when you have like 1,000 people, there's no way you would be checking them one by one. So again, that is the filter I love. A couple of other filters that I personally really enjoy: company headcount. So you might want to see like, okay, how am I like working with someone who is self-employed or have a smaller team? Am I going for someone who's actually a part of like larger venues? That's the person I'm going after. Now, company type, not so much. What I would go for is, let's say I want them to be in Texas. And let's just see. Should be at least one person. I think Joey wasn't here. Interesting. Though again, we have like 2 people here. So this is getting, I would say, too niche, right? Though by default, I always select who is actually here. What I could do right now is actually go back to my broader search, okay? Which was the one that we were not able to run with like more keywords like event space, destination wedding, things like that, because the free plan did not allow for it. Though, if I copy and paste this and I run it here at the top, Sales Navigator, you can pretty much run most things. And also like 3 results. People, I'm gonna remove Texas. Let's see, 48, a little more, okay, from 20 something to 48. So there's that. Though again, it's not like you get to be very targeted. This is not always bad, and you could find ways to like be like, what other keywords have I not used to find a real? Because there's definitely thousands of venues out there. I don't want to believe they're not on LinkedIn. It's just like, for example, it depends if you're like, maybe wedding venues are smaller, but like event venues like Excel in London, you know, are massive. And like there's just massive like venues in New York and things like that for like larger events. So we would have to check those profiles out. Though all you would do from here is also look at what do you care about. Another interesting filter is like years in current position. Like maybe you care about someone who has recently joined their position, or they have been in the role for like over 6 years, and maybe they're getting tired of the role, and that's why you are approaching them. So there are very interesting filters. I'm not gonna go too much in depth about the Sales Nav filters. If you want, I can link another, have another YouTube video like Sales Navigator in particular. Though the main thing I want to show you, this is the golden. Let's say you apply all the filters, you run the search, you're like, these are my people. Though, what do I do from now? First of all, you want to save the search. So you're gonna toggle on this little thingy. We toggle that on, it saved the search. Meaning, if I launch Sales Navigator again, and I'm gonna click to save searches over here, here's our wedding venue search. So wedding venues. Now, if I click into this, I always come back to the search with all my keywords at the top. It's going to have all the filters that I have already saved on. And now at this point, your next job is to actually click into this person, and you're gonna click connect, and you're gonna send invitation, okay? So every single week, you're gonna be connecting with your ideal clients on LinkedIn, because we're not gonna wait for your ideal avatar to magically find you on LinkedIn. You're gonna do your job of actually refining a search, finding them yourself, and connecting with them. Now, personally, I do not include a message in a connection invite because it's simply not scalable for you to do so when you're sending out 200 invites every single week. And instead, what I want to happen is that your profile on LinkedIn is selling you for you. So when someone looks at your profile, they're actually like, yeah, like I see a reason why I should connect with this person. I'm interested in what they do. So this is going to be my little shameless plug for you to hop into our free LinkedIn profile makeover if you want to, because inside of it, I do walk you through step by step of how to turn your profile from a resume into a very compelling sales page. So if you click into profile makeover over here, you're going to see is that I'm guiding you through step by step exactly on how to create your profile. So headline, banner, the about section that many people get stuck on. So ultimately making your profile all about your avatar and not yourself, because if you want to get inbound leads, super important that we just speak your avatar's language, okay? So all that's in there for you. It's absolutely free, and I am working on actually introducing weekly events inside of it as well with yours truly, that would be me, where you can get to hang out on Zoom and we do like workshop style sessions. So again, if you want it, you can click on my profile like so, and you're gonna see the free community at the top there. This was my experiment of creating lower production videos, so I'm really curious to hear in the comments, how do you like these? How do you resonate with them? Should we do more videos like this that are way more tactical and less like flashy production things? Or do we want to go back to the more polished YouTube videos that I used to do in the past? So let me know, how are we liking this? Of course, please do me a favor and hit that subscribe button down below. We want to get to 100K subscribers somehow sooner or later. And of course, also this video was totally assisted by my kitty cat, who needs to be in my lap for the most part whenever I'm shooting. So here we are, being super cute. So yeah, thank you guys for being here, and I shall see you in the next video. Bye.